It was good. It was very good, actually, in a lot of ways. Definitely better than our Denver performance. So that just looked more cohesive and everyone kind of looked more on the same page.
Are you happy with your performance personally tonight and over the series?
For not having played much, kind of coming off it, I think it was good to get the minutes and kind of just get back into it. Yeah, I feel good about it.
How did the surface play?
I mean, it's fine. We do play on turf all the time, unfortunately, so we're used to it. I mean, it's tough. We never want to play on turf, but this is definitely not the worst that we've ever played on. So the crowd was incredible, though. We were talking in the locker room, just thinking back to our domestic games over the year. This has to be one of the absolute best. Sometimes we go to cities and there'll be like 30,000 people and it's like they're watching a movie. And like, I don't know what it is about certain cities, but this city and the fans, obviously the Outlaws were huge, but they were just into it all night, and that gives us a lot of energy. So just want to get that in there. We were there, very thankful for them.
Feel good going back to Seattle?
Yeah, we have a very tough task ahead of us in the league. Unfortunately, we put ourselves in a tough spot, but 2 more games left, and hopefully be able to make a playoff push.
You think you can do it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. We're, other teams definitely have more difficult games than us, but we have 2 must-wins, so that's always hard.
U.S. Soccer they try to get this team and the men's team around to different marketplaces, but there are obviously some that are kind of mainstays. You go back there frequently. Could you envision this team coming back to Cincinnati at some point down the line?
Yeah, I would hope so. We definitely would want to play here again. Like I said, the crowd was incredible. It seems like they have a really kind of powerful grassroots movement going, which is really cool. We go to other cities a lot, but there's a lot going on in LA or a lot going on in New York, and it seems like this was a huge priority for the people here, and they showed up in huge numbers.
Talk to Rose at all about what this would be like, kind of mentor her through this experience?
A little bit, yeah.
It's not so simple, right?
No, definitely not. We talked a little bit after the game. She's like, I hope we come back here. I'm like, I bet you do. Of course you want to come back to your hometown, 30,000 plus people. That was a special moment. I mean, obviously, a lot of us never get to play in our hometowns, or we're from smaller towns, or I think Tobin, actually, we were just talking about the other day, she's never played in Jersey. Of all the years that she's been on the team, she's never stepped on the field in Jersey before, I think.
We're not going to Reading.
We're not going to Reading. No, I would not suggest that. So it's very special for her. I think she was able to take it in and hopefully enjoy the moment.
What do you think the challenge will be for this group ahead of the next camp?
I mean, it's tough. Everyone's going back with other focus. Obviously. I mean, I think it'll be a little bit the same. It'll probably be a little bit disjointed coming into the next camp, just because definitely the focus is on playoffs now for players, and some players will be coming in at different times, and obviously some having gone into playoffs and not. But we'll just look to continue to build on what we had tonight.
What did you think of the group that was coming back from injury that got on the field tonight?
I mean, it's great to see Tobin back. Obviously, Tobin's been out a long time with her back injury, and just what she means to this team. Obviously, Player of the Year last year, and just her leadership and her ability on the field is unreal. Rose pulled up with a really tough hamstring injury abroad. I don't think I've ever seen a woman pull up like the way she did. Just have one that was that severe. So to be able to get back and play in front of her hometown was great. Do we have any other ones? I think that's it. Yeah. So always good to get people back out on the field when they're healthy and ready.
How would you describe your role on this team as kind of a leader and a mentor for those younger players that are obviously coming up and trying to make a name for themselves? What's kind of the biggest piece of advice that you have for them, or the type of player you see as for yourself, like as a mentor and a leader?
I'm probably the most important player. I'm not like the one that's going to be talking all the time, but I think that I have definitely become more vocal and in trying to at least express them how I think we should play the game, or what could help them, or sort of mentoring them in that position. And obviously, everyone's playing in the league, whatever, but the international level is a different level. So just trying to give them knowledge where I can, and just continue to play the way I do, and they can learn from that.
Do you feel like that makes a big impact? I mean, having veteran players and that mix of young
think that it's vital. I think it's really crucial for a team to have both. You definitely need the sort of influx and infusion of young players, but you know, for what maybe an older player is lost in a step, you definitely don't lose in your mind. And I think that there's so much experience on this team and in this roster, in really the pool players that aren't even here, that have so much to give. And like I said, the international game is different. You can't you know, just be ready for a World Cup final or Olympic final, and it helps when you have other players that can sort of tell you what the deal is. So we try to do that. We try to, you know, help them out as much as we can, and they keep us young. So.